since he's moved here and had different kinds of relationships with a bigger variety of people, he's more flexible. And the staff here has been pretty good about being consistent about certain behaviors. Like Taylor likes to greet, and he'll greet somebody 100 times, you know. But since he works with a dozen people who are all saying, remember, you say it one time, you know, now he's learning these skills because he's getting reinforced from a variety of people instead of just, oh, that's mom. You know, that's what mom says.
Did you have a good day at work?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you do? Shredded paper. That's your favorite, huh? Did you eat a snack there?
Yeah.
All right. Did you put together color wheels?
Yeah.
He works working and he enjoys that a lot. He's very proud of it, and he talks about the people who are there.
Poke the middle out. Peekaboo.
Everybody knows the people that I don't know him, and he has conversations with people there. And so, you know, he does a lot just out in the world.
We had fun at the picnic. Oh boy.
Hi, Kathy Leslie Main. Are you doing great? Yes, you are, and I like that. Makes me happy. Thank you.
It was a sudden decision. It was not one that we said we're going to sign up for something, so in 5 years down the road we can put her in this home. I had investigated different homes before this in Corvallis. I had gone and visited some, and of course I didn't want to let her go, so I wasn't impressed. And I didn't stay long enough to really learn about them and to see what they were like. We were very fortunate to be able to have found this on the spur of the moment, because you just don't really do that. And to have her accept it too.
What speed?
In a small group home, you actually get a much closer ratio, so that you can almost get one-on-one care at least certain times of the day, which is really helpful.
I just remember when we first came, the people, and brought her that night, the people said, oh, we'll take such good care of her, don't worry, go home and don't worry about it. And they were just so kind that I did feel comfortable about it, and she wasn't fighting it either. And that made a big difference. If she'd been hanging on me sobbing, I might have a harder time to have done that, but she wasn't.
It's not that you're just dropping a child off, you're actually putting them into a caring facility.
If you feel like this person and they're not going to do every single thing for your child that you do, that's not going to happen. There are other patrons in the home who need their help also. They can't be everywhere at once. And they are willing to try, though. And that willingness is what makes a big difference, I think, in when you find something that you really do come to know and appreciate, that they have a willingness to try to do everything you're doing at home for your child.
I love that I'm actually able to take care of people and make a difference. And I also love the fact that I get to participate in something that actually began in my family. My uncle was developmentally disabled and moved into a group home toward the end of his life and flourished there in a way that he never had at home. He had actually withdrawn into himself, essentially watched TV, and his famous words to me were often, "Go away." When he got into a group home and had social interactions with peers. He started playing basketball. He started running around. I didn't think he was capable of it. I had no idea. And so I get to continue kind of that process and being involved in people's lives and getting to see them flourish in a way they might not be able to with an overworked parent or family member.
These children are not incapable of learning some things. There are things they can learn, and I don't think they always get that in the home. I think that helping them find that in a group home can help that child grow and maybe reach a better potential, a bigger potential than they can in their own home.
Our house was like a hospital. My husband and I were kind of like tag team. We would help take care of her even through the night. There were so many times where she would have seizures or she would choke, and we would be alerted and get up in the middle of the night. And she needs round-the-clock care.
We have 24-hour nursing, from LPNs to RNs, and we have a nursing supervisor. We do anything for her that she couldn't do for herself, which is just about everything.
The training that they have to have in order to work in a facility, it's extensive.
There was an opening at Stone Street House, and we said no the first time because I wasn't ready. I just did not want to let go. And then a second opening miraculously came available, and my husband and I sat down, and he goes, you know, Pearl, my husband was saying this, we really need to think about this because you're going to be injured, and more importantly, Elise will be injured if, you know, you can't pick her up and an accident happens.
Elise gets a lot of two-person care. When she coughs, we're right there to wipe up any mucus. If she's having a seizure, we have a magnet for her VNS, which is a vagal nerve stimulator. The neurologists and some medical professionals feel that slows down, not stops the seizures. Due to her bones and some other medical issues, she can't be moved with a mechanical lift. She's always a two-person scoop lift, so it takes two people to move her from place to place.
Stone Street was very wonderful to us. I mean, they made sure that we had lots of discussions and meetings about what her care was involved. I brought in lists of things that we did all the time, and they looked at the lists and they incorporated them into their procedures, and they were very open to all of this. They're also very friendly and wanting to make it just right for Elise, just like all of their clients. They want to make sure that they get what they need.
We're a facility, but we also try to be a home. And so just trying to provide that type of atmosphere as well as basic needs and basic needs as well. So.
If I have a question or I have a problem, I bring it up and we discuss it and we get it resolved. I'm not one just to say, oh, I wish this would be because it would be better for Elise. No, if my family's important to me, I want my kids all to have the best.
Ask questions. Ask lots of questions. Don't be afraid to make your point known. You know, if you feel like there's something that's important that we should be doing, then you need to be very vocal about that and not try to worry about upsetting us, stepping on toes, and those kinds of things.
I feel like everybody we've worked with Elise, they take into consideration what I have to say because I've been taking care of her, or my husband. He's been taking care of her. The whole family has, what we say has been listened to, and I felt that they thought it was important and good input. So I appreciate that, people have not just brushed us to the side, say, oh, you're just the parent, you don't know anything. They've really listened to what we've had to say.